Hello, folks. Welcome to Joker's Wild Wednesday. And Joker's Wild Wednesday is sort of like Super Sunday in the sense, or like Eric does Wild Card Wednesday. You can just bring whatever you want. I do that once a month on the first Wednesday of the month. I like to do themes the rest of the month, so it's like a little narrower focus. But I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Beer Reviews, and Bumpyisms is in New Hampshire. Bumpyisms. And tonight I have a beer that is from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I know you've never had this because I don't even think too many Louisiana people can get Show Pony Bohemian Style Pilsner at 4.5% alcohol. I found this at World Market. And I haven't seen it anywhere else. It was really bizarre, but they're showing the logo of the company, Great Raft Brewing Company, and some cowgirl. I don't really understand this product. Okay, but there it is. Thank you. I'm going to put it in the notes. Show Pony 4.5.
All right. Well, I have one from Portland, Maine, out of Bellflower Brewing Company, and this is a secret only we know. I think that might be a Coldplay thing. Secret only we know. I don't know. Anyways, I think it might be part of a song, and this is a 5.5% stout.
Okay.
Just, I guess, a standard stout. It doesn't say whether it's American, English, or whatnot, but 5.5%, so a lower ABV stout.
Yeah, I see those around. I used to see those lower ABV stouts more commonly years ago, but they're still around. I'm trying to find the Bellflower Brewing Company website. I see they have a Facebook page.
That's the thing. They might just be, because there's a lot of like businesses and stuff that are starting up, and that's like all they have is Facebook pages.
Now I'm finding I see a website now, but then a problem I have is that a lot of Louisiana companies have a website, but then they don't list but a few of their beers, so it doesn't really do much good. Let's see. Drink beer from Maine, Portland, Maine. Well, they got a merch shop, and they're not going to forget that merchandise. Okay, let's see. It's really bizarre where these companies, they have their events coming up, and they have merchandise, but they don't have information on the product, which to me is a very bad thing. And it's not just, I'm not picking on any state, because Louisiana, we have the same problem. These people got everything but their products. All I'm seeing is you can buy a beanie, a tote bag. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
They have the what's on tap button.
Let's go to the, I'll do it. Oh, there's Rocky Mountain High. Claude.
Oh!
Fell off the chair. All right, I'm going to show the website. Claude, just hang tight. I'm going to show the website, and you can help guide me to that, because I'm overlooking something.
Hey, Mr. Bumpy.
Hey, what's up, Claude? Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, right there in that yellow button right there underneath where it says Bellflower.
Oh yeah, I overlooked that. Okay. Overlooked that. I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay. Kind of like a lot of the smaller brewing companies, they got a little bit of text, but that's cool. We don't need all kind of flashy interactive stuff. We just need information. Okay, that's going to work. That's going to work. All right,
yeah,
Clark.
so I guess this is an American stout according to their website. So there you go.
Okay, that's going to work. All right, now Rocky Mountain High, Claude, back in Colorado.
Yes.
What do you have?
I've been up since 3:45 this morning. I just got back home 2 hours ago, and one of those long days with the 3-hour delay. But I still made Louisiana beer review, so I want a gold star or something.
All right. Well, I got you beat on waking up early, but anyway, what do you have tonight?
I have a real Colorado beer, a legendary beer. It's the first beer I grabbed today when we went to restock the house. A Dale's American Pale Ale, one of the truly great beers of Colorado, of anywhere.
It's on my wall.
I'll tell you what, when you guys know I love my regular American lagers, Pabst Blue. I'll drink Pabst. I'll drink Miller. I'll drink Coors. I love Coors. Just bought a 12-pack of Coors. But I saw a single of this there, and I said this would be perfect for what is it, Fandango Wednesday or whatever.
Joker's Wild.
Joker's Wild. Excuse me. Forgive me. And it says American Pale Ale. They're not shy about it.
I see that. And that's coming in at 6.5.
You're right. Yep. 6.5. Longmont, Colorado, as I recall. Truly, and look at this pour.
Man, we used to get Oscar Blues in our town, so common. Now we don't get Oscar Blues almost not even in the whole state.
I discovered this at a beer festival. Where you pay $20 to get in, you get a special cup or something, and you go around. And I said, and I looked at the can, and I said, well, this is nothing special. They really, compared to the artwork of some of these beer cans today and everything, it's a fairly plain can. I said, let me try it. And I said, oh my God, sometimes you just can't tell a book by its cover.
It's been years since I've first tried it, but I always did love that beer,
Oh, it's a great beer.
Now I'm going to pour mine, Show Pony. I don't think I'm going to find a website listing because Great Raft, they're like the other companies. They want to sell merchandise and get you to come to their event, but they don't bother telling you about their products. So this is Show Pony. Some websites are listing it as a Keller beer, but the company's calling it a Bohemian style Pilsner, or we would call it a Czech style Pilsner. I don't know. It's kind of cloudy, but it doesn't look like a Keller beer to me. But it's got a white head, slightly off white head. It's mostly clear. Got some bubbles going. 4.5. I bought the 6-pack at World Market for $11.99. I guess that was fair. I don't know. I'm gonna turn my lamps on now, so I'm not sitting in the dark. Let me check Great Raft real fast. And Great Raft has something to do with what's in Shreveport, Louisiana, but the name Great Raft has something to do with the name Shreve. But we won't go into that now. But yes, it's not just some crazy name. It has something to do with history and the United States Army Corps of Engineers. I'll show you the website, but you'll notice that they don't really have the beer listed. Maybe they just made one batch. I don't know. Okay, so they're showing events. Like I said, events. Here's some of their mainstream beers that are even at Walmart. Pale Ale, Black Lager, Pilsner, and Golden Ale. I've never been to this brewery, but Shreveport is on the whole other side of the state. Now they're just sending me to Untappd. They just got it all cataloged at Untappd. I'm not bothering with that. I don't need that much information on a Bohemian style Pilsner anyway. Okay, let's go to Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's go to the
Great state of New Hampshire.
yeah, and the great state of Maine.
Vacation land.
So there's your information. Can you see it?
Yeah, kind of. It says dry stout.
I can blow it up.
All right. Yeah, dry stout featuring aromas of dark chocolate, raw cacao, with notes of light roast coffee and brown sugar. Medium body and easy to drink. This ...
This is the end of the description.
Yes. So
Now, are their beers pretty common up there, or are they kind of hard to find?
Oh no, I get a lot of them. Get a lot of them. They do different styles. I just have I have a farmhouse sale that actually just came out today. That I put up on my channel. I've done some of their IPAs and stuff like that as well. They've done collaborations. They're an all right brewery. I think when I first started getting their stuff, I was a little more impressed, but they've been decent enough where I keep picking their brews up. So this is a fairly large bubbled frothy-esque head. Probably gonna break down pretty quick. It's got that root beer brown coloration, so it's just kind of like a light to medium brown, I would say. Kind of see through it a little bit. Bubbles are just getting much, much larger.
Looks like a sponge.
Yeah. It just smells like a standard stout. It is very roasty, toasty, kind of like a berry chocolate, I would say, like a chocolate that has like a little bit of a berry note to it.
All right, we're going to come back to it and get more in-depth description. I'm going to go to Claude and see if he wants to look at the Dale's website.
Sorry, got 2 hours of jet lag there, and I had to check on the chicken wings.
Makes sense.
Oh, I'm hungry.
I'm Friday. Come over Saturday, and we'll have a Sunday.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Anyway, I get to read.
Sorry.
Dale's Pale Ale, 6.5%. Aroma is malty, definitely, with strong dank. I don't know, what's the word dank mean? Would someone help? What does that mean?
It's kind of a oily resinous note.
Piney hops, definitely. The hops, I don't know how they do it. The blend of the hops and the malt. This is darn near a perfect. If you want a beer with some real strong flavor and a little bite, a little hoppiness to it, this is darn near perfect. Okay. Flavor is bitter and caramel malty with a piney citrus hop body shining through. Finish is sweet, tangy, and a little dry mouthfeel. Is well carbonated even after the swallow. Yeah, look, I poured this a couple minutes ago. Look at that. Beautiful head there. And I love the color of this beer too.
I find that Dale's Pale Ale has more IPA characteristics than a lot of IPAs these days.
I was going to ask you about that, or maybe Bumpy can enlighten us, educate us. Why is it called a pale ale when this is probably, if you told me this is an IPA, I'd tell you, wow, I'm sold. This is a pale ale that tastes like an IPA. Why do they call it a pale ale?
I would say a lot of it just has to do with like ABV and hop ratio, like where maybe the bitterness level does hit. But it's more probably appropriate just due to kind of the ABV and maybe the balance between the actual hops and the malt. Where an IPA is going to be a little bit more hoppy and maybe a touch higher ABV.
Yeah.
This is darn near after a long day of traveling. You guys know when you travel and you haven't eaten all day long, you know, and you know all the horrors of traveling in America today. Although you don't have to take off your shoes anymore at the
Right.
Raleigh Durham Airport.
I've been kind of reluctant to travel really because it's a big hassle, you know. And I went on a bunch of trips lately, and the last trip was in January. Now I'm just like, man, I'd rather stay at my house. But now I might have to have this expensive repair done on my house, so that's not going to make me want to travel.
What was interesting today is didn't need to take off my shoes, didn't need to take out the computers or the iPhones or anything.
That's good.
Yeah, and that was in Raleigh, Durham. I don't know if that's in all airports right now.
Yeah, they said it was all, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot faster moving through security. It was really wonderful. Boy, definitely bought 2 bottles of water today. Get regular. What's that? What's that water from Illinois? Claudia, DeSanti? What's that water we bought? Yeah. Guess how much I paid for 2 little bottles?
$11.
$7.95.
Still a ripoff.
Oh, it's crazy. I think that's the next thing to change. You can bring liquids, but the topic at hand, just this is not a beer I'd want to drink every day. This is like, to me, a special event. You had a long, hard day, or you're celebrating, or it's the weekend and you want something unique. This is pure joy.
Okay, we're going to come back to you. Okay, so I never did wait too long in security lines at the airport, thankfully. That was one good thing.
You didn't fly after 9/11.
What are you talking about, Claude? All right, anyway, I flew mostly after 9/11.
Well, what my point was, I meant right after 9/11. The lines went around the airport.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I didn't go right after. No. You're right. I thought you meant just completely, you know. Okay. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted your rap, Jack.
It's all right. English is my first language.
Mine.
Oh, you know what's other interesting, just little silly facts? I travel a bit. There is not any Uber or Lyft drivers that speak English anymore. My driver was from Turkey today. Nice fellow, good driver, no complaints or anything. But none of these Uber or Lyft drivers speak English anymore.
That could be a problem in travel. Okay. Now, my aroma here, you can see the appearance. I don't have to explain that. Everybody can look at the video and see the appearance. The aroma is, barley, grain, like a cracker, like a soda cracker. Taste, cheers. You get that soda cracker, you get that. I find a lot of Pilsners have a lemon aspect. I don't know why, but I find that they have like a lemon. It's hard to explain. No, they don't contain any lemon. And then it's got a medium body. It's got that grassy hop bitterness that you get with these Bohemian style, Czech style, Bohemian style Pilsner from the Saz hops. They got like a grassy bitterness. The body's medium, but it does have a little more body to it than you might expect. So it's a little grainy. I think that's why people are calling it a Keller beer, but hey, look, they say in Pilsner, ain't nothing about a Keller beer on here. The finish is mostly dry. I think the price I paid for the 6-pack was fair, especially since it doesn't look like anybody else on the planet ever bought it or could find it. I guess there's other people in Elmwood, Louisiana that went to World Market and bought it. I'd like to tell you if it's fresh or not, but this company puts their date is a purple dot. Oh, wait, there is a date. What am I? I'm thinking of another one. Yeah, I'm thinking of another one. Yeah, the date's not bad. It does have a born on. I'm thinking of it. I apologize. Sorry, Great Raft. I got to call myself out on that one. So it does have a canned on date, which is helpful because you know exactly when it was canned. Okay. It's a real nice product, and I'm going to give it a good score. It's not going to be an amazing score, but it's going to be a fair, good score. Now with this interesting American stout.
Yeah. So I kind of already went over the aromas. Smells pretty standard. And the flavors, cheers.
Cheers to you. In New England, in New Hampshire, Claude, he's in New Hampshire.
Love New Hampshire. I love New England. I could live there real easy.
This one's kind of like I'd say a lighter side medium body.
Wait, one at a time.
Sorry.
Lighter side medium body to it. Pretty carbonated and quite drying on the finish. It's just a classic American stout. It's got this kind of chalkiness to it, maybe a little ashen, kind of that just toasty, slight chocolate, coffee type note, but just the dark malt, just that kind of burnt dark malt potency. There's no like bittering flavor, but there is a bitterness, and it's kind of hard to tell if it's coming from hops or if it's coming from all the dark malts that are used, because the darker malts will give off some bitter tones, much like a coffee. If you drink a black coffee, you're going to get plenty of bitterness out of it. Yeah, it's a classic American stout. I've had other breweries that have had, they've made the just American stout around the same ABV, maybe a little bit higher even, and they have this similar flavor. It's just.
Can you name a couple of brands? Just
Modest Man did one. Who else is? So Modest Man's a New Hampshire brewery. They also have a second brewery in Portland, Maine as well. I think it's South Portland. The Bellflower one I'm drinking now. I think I've had one. I don't want to just guess. It could have been like a Great Notion or something like that, where it was just kind of standard American style stout. Spyglass, I'm pretty sure I've had. No, actually, have I? Does Spyglass even make stouts? I don't know. I'm going to take that back. Rewind.
Okay. Stouts have, in my experience, I can only speak for southeastern Louisiana. In my experience, stouts have sort of hit the skids. Of course, we get Guinness Extra 5.6 in the Guinness draft. We get aside from pastry stouts, which we do get a pretty decent amount of pastry stouts coming in, usually around the 8 to 9, between 8 and 9%, and they're like jacked up with a lot of like candy bar, chocolate bar flavors. Stouts, I find, have faded badly, around here. We used to get these 10 years ago. We would get stouts like all kind of ABV levels. They usually were very rarely flavored. Of course, in the fall, August, September, October, we would get a lot of pumpkin stouts. But you could forget that. Pumpkin stouts is a dead item as far as my area is concerned. I mean, that just, aside from what we get from St. Arnold occasionally, it's really sad. It's really depressing, to me. Huh?
Love the pumpkin beer. I love it when we do that in October, pumpkin beer night. Love the pumpkin beer.
Yeah, but now how are we going to do the event if there's nothing to do the event with? I don't know what it's like in New England. It might be a lot more stouts up there.
We already have the pumpkin stouts and different beers coming out.
This early?
Oh yeah.
How can they make pumpkin?
There's a pumpkin latte stout that's been at the beer store for 3 weeks now.
But
So
pumpkins are out of pumpkins aren't in season yet, so they're not fresh.
Well, most of them are just brewed with like an eating gourd, like versus an actual pumpkin. They're using more like squash.
We have how they can get away with that.
Yeah, we have.
I know how they get away with it. They don't call it a pumpkin stout. They call it a pumpkin spice stout or something. They use some kind of like cagey language, right?
Yeah. Usually you use all the spices that you also find in all the Christmas ales that come out afterwards. Cinnamon, nutmeg.
If you try to go to court and sue them, they'll say, we didn't say it was a pumpkin stout. We said it was a pumpkin spice stout or some kind of, But yeah, I'm glad to hear that because y'all still getting all the exciting stuff that we used to get years ago. But now it's really sad. I'm not coming on live to be a downer and to give bad news. I'm just telling you the reality. This is a situation. You got any more to say about it? I'm kind of interrupting you.
No, it's I mean, just this is just like a classic American stout. It's there's no thrills about it with there's no added candy bars and other things.
No cookies and cream.
I mean, I guess they do add cacao. They add cacao nibs or whatever it says, right? Because it does say cacao.
But so wait, did it say it added cacao or just had a flavor?
Well, maybe it has a flavor of cacao. Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah.
Right. I don't think they said they added cacao. I think they said they had a flavor that was evocative of cacao.
You lost me when you used the word chalky. There's no way. How do you is there anything positive in the word chalky in drinking when you're drinking a beer?
It's just it's a mouthfeel.
Okay.
It's like having a powdered Kool-Aid drink that didn't mix well, and you're just kind of left with that.
Claude, you know what I used to do to aggravate my students?
Throw the chalk at them?
No, I would take my fingernails and go from the top of the chalkboard all the way down and scratch it.
What a great teacher.
I'd say, how you like that? How you like that? They would say, we don't like that really that much. All right. But anyway, we used to have a lot of fun, but they knew it was all it's somewhat of an act. Oh yeah, but you can't find that beer anywhere. That beer has been out of production for what, 10 years? Abita's Bad Mother Shucker Oyster Stout. Yeah, that was a rarity. That was a rarity when it was common. All right, Claude, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's score time.
Almost. Any more descriptors?
No. Just one of the 10 best beers you'll ever have in your life.
Nah.
In my opinion, is a Dale's Pale Ale. Interesting thing on the label that I read that wasn't on the webpage. I'm just going to read it here. When Dale started hand canning at Oscar Blues Factory, the beer industry laughed. Then they cracked open a can. The original craft beer in a can.
So I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. And Dale's Pale Ale revolutionized the American craft beer world. And today it's still stomping on the status quo and fueling adventures. So it's, I guess there's a certain amount of truth to that. Was anyone putting craft beers early on into cans? It was
only Dale's, and then people were making fun of them, saying they were fools, and but then when all the other craft beer companies realized how much cheaper it was to put it in cans, and I know Bumpy remembers this, overnight bye bye bombers and hello cans.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's and doggone it, you ever have a beer that goes away too fast? It's all gone.
Only every day.
Thank you for the kind words on my Corona review, by the way.
You
The
welcome. The Familiar.
What a good beer. What an enjoyable beer. Different from the regular Corona Especial.
And a mysterious beer too, because back 15 years ago, Corona Familiar was really just the big quart bottle of Corona.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a different beer. And you could buy it, and it was a big bottle, but it would say on the cap Corona Extra. And they were like, well, Familiar means like a big beer you would drink with your family, you know. But then probably Corona watched my videos. No, but all of a sudden they started coming out with these brown bottles of Corona in California. You only find them in California, and it was Corona Familiar, and people were telling me it's different. And I was like, really? And so then I researched it, and yeah, they did add a 4.8% Corona Familiar, and then it was like branched off, and it became a separate brand.
Yeah, it's different too. It's not the same thing. It tastes different from the Especial or whatever it's called, the regular tall, thin bottle with the lime, little clear bottle.
Talking about the Coronita?
The regular Corona beer.
Oh, Corona Extra. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Corona Extra. Thank you.
All right, now the score part. Now we'll do a show and tell later in any events. Well, I think Show Pony is definitely something to find and buy. But for the life of me, I can't tell you where to find it. I mean, they don't even have it on their website. They just put it out there. They might have only made it for, I think it's been out for about 3 years. But the availability, I would say, is virtually non-existent. But I did find it, and I was not looking for it, but I had to buy it. So it's a good product. I don't know if it's quite what a Pilsner is supposed to be. It could be a little off on that, but I think I'm gonna go with a. Starting to yawn. I think I'm gonna go with a B plus, 8.8 out of 10. I don't think it's quite excellent, but it's an interesting product, and I'm glad I bought it. I'll come back for any promos.
Nice. Yeah. So on the American Stout, 5.5% ABV from Bellflower Brewing, secret only we know. It's for a classic American stout. I mean, I think they nail the style. Like I was mentioning, I've had other breweries, even though I could only mention one for sure name. But
Right.
I have had American classic stouts, and this is just another example of tasting the same thing that other brewers. So it's like they have like the recipe just like in an old leather bound book, and they just pass it around. It's like you need this exact malt ratio and these malts and this hop, and you brew it for this long, you use this yeast, and bam, you got yourself the same beer. And stouts are good at hiding in any imperfections, so I think you kind of come up with a closer beer, even if your water style is a little bit off. But yeah, I think this one's a shining example of it. I'd put it in like top end, very good. Anyways, I'd score it with a 4.5 out of 5, which
a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to try that one. That's a secret only you know.
Secret only we know. Well, we know it now.
Yeah, but you know it, but we know it from what you're telling us.
Right.
You don't know it firsthand. You ever had Duclaw beers? I guess you've had Duclaw.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Duclaw.
Are you saying the Claude beer? I'm sorry.
Claude, not the Claude Diamond beers.
I didn't know there was a Claude beer. I know there's a Claude AI out there, but
Yeah, Duclaw, that company has me perplexed. You know, I don't understand. You know, it's kind of hit or miss with them, but so you're not a fan. Okay, so that's making me feel a little better. You know, I know they went out of business. They got bought by somebody else anyway. Their brewery in Baltimore, Maryland, shut down 2 years ago.
Hmm.
And that's that's right about the time when all their beers started showing up in Louisiana. So I don't know. I'm not kidding about that.
Close up shop, get all this crap out of here. Where are we gonna put it, boss? Ship it to Louisiana.
Yeah, but and then all of a sudden, all their cans started saying brewed in New Jersey. It used to be brewed in Maryland, but now it's brewed in New Jersey. Yeah,
probably got a lot better.
Well, I can't say that because I didn't have any. I didn't really have any experience with their beers because, like I was saying, until 2 years ago, we basically never got their beers, and then you know, it's really strange. You know, I'm trying to think of New England beers we used to get years ago. We used to get a lot of stuff from. You might remember Shipyard.
Shipyard has gone way down. they had what was it, Ringwood or something like that?
Right, Ringwood hops.
Yeah, it was like an ESB or something that they were putting out. The Prelude, I think they still do the Prelude, but they had like an all Fuggle hopped IPA.
Yeah, the Pugsley's 4X.
The Pugsley's stuff. They had one of my favorite IPAs from them was Monkey Fist. They stopped making that. They had the black IPA out. They stopped making that. Now they basically just make their Pumpkinhead ale, their blueberry ale, and
Pumpkin Smash.
Yeah.
I remember years ago they used to put out some really good stuff. I'm talking about 2011 or whatever, and they even had a kind of an alternative brewing operation called Federal Jack, which was down in Florida and all. But then they just crashed. I mean, obviously they crashed. They even had an English barley wine style beer called let's see, they had Old Thumper that was contracted with Ridgewood Brewery of England.
Yeah.
And remember they had like a 8% called only found it one time. Oh, well, it's no use talking about it, but it was really dynamite. But then it wasn't long after that they started to slip. I noticed weren't getting anything from them. Now, you know what we get now? Shipyard Seltzer of all insults. Pumpkinhead Seltzer. I'm sorry, Claude. Okay,
no,
so
it's okay. Do you guys remember? It was about 3 months ago. I was in North Carolina, and I found a 6-pack of Narragansett for $5.99 for something like that. Never had it before, and I was amazed how good it was. How good that beer was for that.
Only seen it in Florida. Never seen it in west of Florida.
I was blown away. Sometime, you know, talk about it. I said, well, $5.99. How good is this beer going to be for a 6-pack? And I was blown away how it was a quality product with a unique flavor profile.
That's a Rhode Island. I think that's a Rhode Island originated thing.
Yeah. You ever have that, Bumpy? Narragansett?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had we get the Narragansett, their standard lager, all the time. Also, I've had that Fresh Catch, which is like a hoppy golden ale or something that they did. That was pretty good.
Oh yes, I've had that.
Yeah, we've had a few different beers from Narragansett. I've never been to the craft brewery itself, because they do have one down in Rhode Island. But I think most of the stuff that we get is brewed out of Jenny.
Rochester, New York.
New York. Yeah.
I think they even made a coffee beer, right? Wasn't there a coffee?
Oh yeah, the Aristocrat.
Yeah, Aristocrat. Yeah. All right. Well, Claude, how do you like? Well, we know you love the Dale's Pale.
I love it. I can't. I'll give it a 96. Just would I buy it again? Yes. Quality, price, value, enjoyment. It's just a great beer. It's one of my 10 favorite. I think it's one of the 10 beers you have to have before you go to heaven. It's just that good. It's an excellent beer. And for Fandango Friday show and tell, is that okay?
We're going to come back to that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It won't be long. It won't be long.
Oh, that's right. I won't be here for Friday. Darn. My wife just reminded me we have an appointment.
Well, that's really horrible.
Show and tell over.
No.
But you can show us what you'll bring the next time. As far as upcoming events, this Sunday is going to be Super Sunday. This Friday is going to be Fandango Friday. Any liquor or liqueur, doesn't matter which. This Sunday is Super Sunday. You can bring anything. Like Claude has brought coffee, and he reviewed. So coffee is fine. I might even do that one day if I could motivate myself. Next Wednesday is Light Beer Wednesday. Any light beer from around the world, doesn't matter. But you gotta do it right. Don't sit here coming in here with Miller High Life talking about it's a light beer. Everybody knows Miller High Life is not a light beer. Miller Lite is a light beer. Milwaukee's Best Light is a light beer. If you want to bring Amstel Light, or you want to bring Sam Adams Light, or a Vita Light, a craft light beer, fine. But we all know what that is, and so don't pretend like you don't know. Of course, the week after we'll do regular beer Wednesday, and then strong beer Wednesday. I have some show and tell. I'll show you these things.
And while you're walking away, let me share a quick thing. When I was looking at the liquor store here in Colorado, not the ABC store in North Carolina, real liquor stores, and I was going to buy a Rolling Rock. When's the last time you had a Rolling Rock, right? I've always enjoyed Rolling Rock. Going up in New York and New Jersey was always a good beer. It was always kind of skunky sometimes. And thank you, Ron. This is a shout out to you. I grabbed the, it was about a 16-ounce tall can of Rolling Rock, that green can with the horse head on it. And I said, and you instilled in me, you look on the date. And the date was from March. And I said, why am I going to buy a beer that was brewed and canned in March? And here we are in August. So I put it back. I said, for my money, let me get something as fresh as possible. So thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, let me adjust one thing real fast.
I don't think he was moved by that soliloquy there.
Okay, here's two beers that are making me sad. But I bought them, so.
They must. Belching Beaver Peanut Butter Chocolate Stout.
Lagunitas Hazacus Maximus. 9%.
Just the complicated name alone.
Here's St. Arnold Citrus Boom Imperial IPA, 9.5%.
I'm surprised about the Lagunitas because they're a first-class brewery.
Okay, but here's where it comes into play. You look at the legal disclosure on the side of the can. Ale with natural flavors. Ale with natural flavors. Not a true IPA. It's a flavored ale. Give me a break. Is this what we've come to?
Yep. Because there's a hometown brewery that started doing stuff. I have a video coming up on it eventually. I think by end of week, next week, something like that. They're putting the terpenes in the beer. So like it says on the front that it's an IPA, and then like I turn the can to the side and it says malted beverage. I'm like,
Yeah, malt beverage with natural flavors.
yes. And it definitely doesn't drink like an IPA. I was really quite disappointed in it. Yeah. So yeah, what I got coming up, I got my beer reviews. 3 of them come out a week: Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays, and then got frozen pizza reviews I've been doing. Tuesdays, the days that those show up, and got shorts. I do shorts. I got 4 dogs, so I'll get some shorts with the dogs. Also, some dart stuff. Hey. Speaking of the dogs, some darts stuff going on. Trying to hit a 180 right now. That's a long-going process. But if I do happen to hit a 180, if you're watching my short and I hit a 180 in it, which is 3 triple 20s in one shot, if you say 180, if you're the first one to comment that, then you win a dartboard. So that's what's going on my channel.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you and I agree that a lot of these craft beer companies are playing fast and loose with their customers.
Yeah. It's there's been a lot of that kind of natural flavor thing being added to cans lately on beer.
Claude, it does still exist, but
Where? I haven't seen a can of Carling in 20 years.
Well, if you go to South Africa, it's the most popular beer in South Africa.
Really? So where's it made?
It's made all over the world. Oh, you're right, Hector. Artificial sweetener is the dog of the world. That is trash. You're right. I can tolerate natural flavors. I cannot tolerate artificial sweetener. Where's Carling made? Well, it's made all over the world. It's made in England, Canada, United States, South Africa.
I have not seen Carling in California, Colorado. I mean, I have not. If I saw it, I'd grab a can. You remember it had a red can with a black label?
Yeah, I have a can over here. It's mostly a dead product.
Really?
For us, for the United States. In Canada, right? They do get it. In Canada, they get it. Well, Claude, any other things to show us or talk about?
No, so every now and then. I was going to do this for Friday. I found this bottle here of Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey. Is that 14 years there? Yeah.
Bourbon barrel reserve. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I don't even know where I got this from. I think someone gave this to me or something like that. But Glenfiddich is a good company, good brand. And I was going to do it Friday. I'll save it, but I can't do this Friday, so I'll do it for another Friday.
Sure.
Our bourbon barrel. What is with bourbon barrels lately? All you read about is 60 Minutes even did a thing on bourbon barrels. The barrels cost more than the liquor.
It's a big deal, I mean, I don't know if the payoff is as big as the deal, but it's a big deal in marketing,
Oh, absolutely.
But you know how that goes. Everything is like, you remember people wanted to get mood rings.
Hey, mood rings, polka dot ties, Woodstock.
Yeah, I remember mood rings. All right, well, yeah, I'd like to try that 14-year-old. All right, well, everybody take care. And I have a liqueur for Friday. I'm not going to show it, though, but I'll bring it Friday. And everybody take care.
It's not Southern Comfort with Tabasco sauce. That stuff you drank a long time ago.
That's been out of production for a long time.
What was that stuff you drank months ago? Remember? It was a flavored Southern Comfort, like with Tabasco or something.
Oh, that might have been David drinking that.
Was that David?
It was good. It was Southern Comfort, and it was really just Southern Comfort, and it was finished in Tabasco barrels. So it took on that Tabasco sauce flavor. It was good, but I guess most people didn't like it, so they don't make it anymore. from any of the companies. George Dickel did it for a while. That didn't last. Southern Comfort did it for a while, and that didn't last. So I guess everybody gave up on that idea. But all right. Well, thanks for Bumpyism. Thanks to Bumpyism for joining, and thanks to Claude, Rocky Mountain High Claude, for joining. And see y'all next time you're available. And y'all take care and have a great night. Cheers.
No laissez le bon temps roulé anymore. That
I usually do that in my video reviews.
Oh, okay.
Years, so, I mean, I could,
you taught me French. You taught me French with that, man.
it's just like one of those. It's like one of those pat comments that people make in Louisiana. You know, like laissez le bon temps roulé, let the good times roll. Or they'll say like another thing they'll say is like, oh, I went to the store and they gave me lagniappe.
What is that?
If they give you lagniappe,
yeah,
it's a French word. It means they gave you a little extra.
Oh, okay.
Like you ordered a dozen, and they gave you 14.
Okay.
Give you some lagniappe.
And what's the name of that sausage you guys sell all over the place? Not andouille, the other stuff.
Oh, andouille? Or are you talking about boudin?
Boudin. Boudin's brilliant.
Yeah, rice sausage.
Yeah, you can't get it anywhere else.
You better do. You might find out that some people in Colorado make boudin.
I have never seen boudin. A client sent me some boudin once from Louisiana. He lives near Lake Pontchartrain.
Lake Charles. Or maybe Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Charles. Get some boudin balls. They take the boudin and they deep fry them. Boudin balls. All right. Y'all take care, everybody.
Bon champs.
Bon app.